Mr. President, in plural, Mr. Presidents, Mr. Prime Ministers, first I'd like to give you a personal remark. Dear Evgenia Timoshenko, once again among us. You are still and you are always among us. Yes, indeed, she deserves your claps. Thanks to your tenacity, thanks to your bravery, we will not forget here, on the occasion of the Congress, what's happening in your country. We will not forget your mother. Thank you, Evgenia. And I would also like to thank our Romanian friends. I know that today's Congress is important for you. I know that you prepared it with the best quality possible. It's a great moment for you, but be sure that it's also a moment important for all of us. Dear friends, I will have very few minutes, so I will go to the crux of the matter. Europe is not only the European Union. Just look back and look at the heads of states and people in charge of Europe, and you will see that Europe is not limited to the 27 EU member states. In Europe, you also have states in the Council of Europe which would like to join the European Union. The Council of Europe also exists, and I'm the spokesperson of this Council. And in the current crisis, the Council has a role to play, even more than in the past. Keep in mind that it is composed of 47 member states, plus 2 observer states, plus 2 partners for democracy, Morocco and the National Council of Palestine. You know our values, the human rights, democracy. Is it not a Europe of values that we desperately need today? I don't have that to tell that to the members of the EPP. The rules of law, human rights, democracy are the foundation of our belief. So let's go back to basics. Even if economy is important, it is not all. It is a project, a European project, limited to economic considerations will be criticized. As soon as there are difficulties, the consumer/citizen will never accept decisions that disappoint them. So we'll have to work together, and based upon the principle of a common fate and values to be shared. And on this foundation, we will be able to reconcile Europe and its citizens. And I do believe that the Council of Europe, your Council of Europe, can contribute to this beautiful objective. Keep in mind that it was created in 1949 to avoid future wars. But in times of crisis, in times of racism, in times of populism, we are not totally safe. To do so, we have some good instruments, such as the Monitoring Council of the Council of Europe, the Venice Committee, the Torture Prevention Committee, the Court of Justice, the of Human Rights, to name some. The court, the only body of the Council known by the grand public, proves that human rights constitute a first-hand challenge in today's Europe. So let's work together. And to do so, I would like to thank Luca Volonté, the president of the group in the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, for his efforts to make sure that the Council of Europe has something to say in the platform of EPP. And I would like to pay a specific tribute to my friend, Joseph Daul, who has been helping me so much in my efforts to bring my assembly closer to the European Parliament. And more generally speaking, I would like to tell you that we, as the European Union, as the Council of Europe, as the European Parliament, as Parliament of the Council of Europe, we must work together to further our values with no inconsistency. For instance, let's make sure that the European Union joins the European Convention of Human Rights. And we need a unified space to protect the human rights from the Atlantic to the Ural. President Martens, you welcome the fact that the EU was granted Nobel Prize for Peace, and I also welcome this, and I hope that by getting it, we will be able to convince the unbelievers of the need to ratify as soon as possible the European Convention on Human Rights. That's something that we call for in the Council of Europe. And I reaffirm that there is a need for us to join this convention. We are waiting for you, and you will have our full support. Let's work together to support the states, those states who need it, to further consolidate their democratic values. That's something we do on a daily basis. So let's avoid double work. Let's continue to work together to fulfill the dream of the founders of the European Union. Thank you for your attention.